Hey, what's up everybody, TechChucker here, and welcome to episode 6 of This Week in Dioramas. Now, if you are new here and you're not familiar with how this show operates, every week I go through Instagram looking for the coolest looking dioramas, and I showcase them right here on this show. Now, if you would like to be showcased in a future episode, all you need to do is upload your diorama pictures to Instagram and tag them with the hashtag Thisweekindioramas. If you have been watching my show for any amount of time, you are likely aware of my Amazon shop. I do ask that you would support me in this way when you are making purchases on Amazon, that you would do it through my shop. It doesn't matter if it's something on one of my lists or not. Once you are at my shop, which is amazon.com/shop/TechChucker, then if you are following, hit that follow button. You can search for anything. If you're looking for Marvel Legends, just go ahead and search for it and then add it to your cart. But what I really want to talk about is the new list that I have created. It's a diorama supplies list. So if you go to my shop, there is this diorama supplies shop where I'm going to be putting in products that I use, that I recommend, that you might use if you are looking for something, be it from paint, different tools, supplies, whatever that might be. I've got some ground cover flock. I'll be adding new stuff. So if you're ever wondering, what should I get for such and such, by all means, let me know in the comments or DM me on Instagram. I may not know the answer, but I might know who does, and I can find that for you. So check that out. And if you are interested in getting anything, all you need to do is just click on the item and then add it to your cart like you normally would and purchase it. And I do get a small commission off of it. It's usually between 1 to 3%, but that does not add anything to the cost of what you pay. It is solely pulling from what Amazon would get in their own profits. So, stick it to the man and get a little bit of that profit away from Amazon if that's your interest or whatever. I really do appreciate it if you do follow my store and do all of your day-to-day Amazon shopping with my store. That would very much be appreciative to be able to help keep this show going as I start getting more new equipment for the show to bring this production value up. There you go. Thank you so much, and let's get on with the show. Now that I am back from my retreat from last week, we can reveal the winners of the last 2 episodes. That's episode 4 and last week's short episode, episode 5. The winner from episode 4 is the Zelda Dio by Stefan Artmaker. And the winner from episode 5 last week is the Batcave Dio by C. Goosey. Both of these winners will be entered into the Grand Championship vote at the end of this year. Congratulations. Make sure that you stay tuned till the end of this episode, where you will get another chance to vote for your favorite from my top 5 of this episode. Alrighty, let's get this show started. It was a massive week for me to be able to try and figure out who to put in the show. We're going to start this one off with Classic Dio's, his Weapon X display piece. This thing is absolutely amazing. I love the picture that you took. The lights that you've got within this little chamber is epic. It is absolutely amazing looking. Let's see if there's any information on here. Updated Weapon X Dio. They do commissions, so hit them up if you are looking for some sort of commission. Look at this. This is amazing. All of the details that you've got in the background look absolutely amazing. That figure looks great in there with the chains that are holding them up. There are so many details in this little Dio. I absolutely love it. So great job to Classic Dios. This is just an amazing piece. Look at the details up here. You've got all the wires and this is awesome. This next one is coming from Tomtastic. He was sick for about a month with the flu and then wound up with a fractured rib. And while he was sick on the meds, this is what he built. I am amazed at the level of detail in this piece. Look at all of these electrical utilities, the wires, the paintwork on here is absolutely amazing. There's just so much detail throughout this piece. It really looks like a real building. I'm just floored by the level of detail. Look at that. You've got a security camera there. Your bricks are amazing looking. I mean, look at that. And I'm assuming you took this picture outside because that natural sunlight is really adding to the realism. And look at that. You can even see he's got the little brackets that are actually attaching the conduit to the walls. Now that is attention to detail. Wow, this is a phenomenal piece. I am blown away by it. Let's just watch this little video. The paintwork on the concrete, look at that. That is so good. That is absolutely amazing detail. Look at that little cover there. That is amazing. I absolutely love it. So much talent. Wow. I love this thing. It is I just can't believe how much detail you've got in this thing. This would have taken me 4 years. 4 years to finish this for sure, because I'm like the slowest worker. Wow. Make sure that you're following Tomtastic. Does amazing work. I mean, this is just, it's so good. Next up, again, another absolutely amazing creator. This is Euler's Workshop. It's a warehouse diorama. Lots of great detail throughout. Different textures when it comes to the quote-unquote materials that you use to build this. You've got like cinder block almost right here. Maybe it's like a poured concrete, and then other materials up near the top. You've got a roll-up door that has like a sliding door behind it. Or no, that's probably like a semi-truck trailer. Because this is like a loading dock. It again, just chock full of details. And the other effect that I love, look at this. You've got light coming in with that little light beam, and you've got this ceiling. That is amazing looking. You guys just killed me this week with the detail. Your diodes are, oh, that's cool. It's just the back, but that is so cool. So awesome job to Euler's Workshop. Again, another amazing piece. This one is absolutely so cool. It's from Jeffrey Adamski. It is the Millennium Falcon. I mean, you can't go wrong making Star Wars stuff. This is super cool. If you remember where they're playing that, I forget what the game is actually called, but it's like a chess game. You really captured the hallways, the circle hallways or whatever that you've got there with the little, I don't know what those panels are, but you really nailed that look. And then you've got the under portion here where they're working. This is awesome. You've got a lot of great detail in here. You got some wires and a control panel. I mean, the amount of work and attention to detail, this must have taken quite a while to build out all of this. This is very, very nicely done. It's just, look at all the detail on this. This is so cool. You could really use this for like a stop motion video as a set, and it would work perfectly. This thing is so cinematic looking. Next up, this one is coming from Johnny Simpleton. His work is so realistic. It is amazing every single time I see it. This building or set of buildings, we've seen some progress pics. This cobblestone that he did here, if you don't recall, he hand placed each one of these cobblestones. I don't remember how many, if it was like 1,300, 3,000, something like that. But the level of realism with the work on this piece is amazing. And then you took this outside with the backdrop with the trees. I mean, this thing looks real. Look at that. Look at that. It looks real. The paintwork on here, it is so amazing. I mean, wow, that is absolutely amazing. You know, some of you folks that are so talented with the realistic paint and all of that, I wonder, are you formally trained, or is this just talent that you've picked up over time? I gotta know, because I don't have the patience or the skill set to get to this kind of level. Just look at that. This looks so real. I mean, this makes me feel like I'm walking around on my dad's farm growing up, because I mean, we had stuff that was just run down looking, and this is exactly what that looked like. Wow, what an amazing piece. He has this, it's going to be up for sale, so if you do want something like this for your shelf or whatever you need, hit him up and you guys can work out a deal. This next one is coming from Crashbox Customs. Does a lot of amazing work. Hit them up on Instagram if you are interested in any of their diorama pieces, and also check them out because they have a store where they sell mezco toys and whatnot. But this is a space hallway, and I am amazed. It is 41 inches long. That is massive, but I just love all of the detail. It is so clean, and the paintwork on this thing is so good. Let's cycle through some of these pictures. Wow, look at that. I love the rust that you've got on here, and all of these little details cut into the walls just adds so much realism to a display when you can get this kind of detail and get it so clean. I know that he does a lot of 3D printing, so I'm not sure if this is all 3D printed or not, but wow. And these little ooze like sort of canisters, they look like they're some sort of like little jars that you got and painted them up, but I wonder, is there a light underneath, because they glow and it looks so good. Oh my gosh, this thing is just amazing. I absolutely love this piece. It is so good. Loving the grates on the floors. Wow, what a great piece. I mean, so good. You got lights underneath these panels. My gosh, the level of detail. Next, coming from Shelf Gravy, this one really stood out to me. It's kind of like a throne room sort of display piece. Let's see what we've got in here. Blah blah blah. Made it for some Mind Wipe and Ratbat collection. Those are favorite Transformers. Okay, so this is a kept the metal Cybertronian look. Okay, so it's a Transformers piece. I'm sorry guys, I don't know anything about Transformers. I like them, but it's been ages since I've really watched them. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. What I really like about this piece is the detail that you've got in here with all the little sculpting pieces in here, and then the accents that you've got with all of the reddish pink throughout. And then when we get in a little bit closer, you can see the detail. You've got these gold step pieces going up along with, and then I just love all of this detail with the little pinkish red accents within all of that. That is a really nice touch. Really looks good. We don't see very many Transformers dios, so those of you that know dio creators that love Transformers that haven't been submitting your dios, let them know about the show so that they can show us all of these really cool Transformers dioramas that this looks so good. Next up, coming from Laz Dioramas and Toys, this is a really cool looking piece, but what's even better is they built this off of the Movin' Dragon, a Bruce Lee story. And let's do a little reference pic. So you can see here from the scene of the movie, you've got the iron girders going across. You've got them right here as well. You really did a good job of trying to match this up. Great job on this piece. Very well painted. Very clean, looks really good, and then you've pretty much recreated this scene. Not quite the same characters. I don't know, this guy's not quite wearing an apron. You could have cut something out, make him look, I'm just kidding. But this is a really nice piece, very well done, nice paint on here, so great job on this. Just a nice way to be able to memorialize a really cool movie. Coming from Clanabelle is the Camp Crystal Lake. Someone remind me what Camp Crystal Lake is. I could look it up, and I should, but I'm being lazy. I really dig this piece. I'm assuming it's from a movie. I just cannot remember what movie this would be from. Somebody's just gonna rip into me in the comments for not remembering. Anyway, let's get back to the dio. This thing looks really good. Your realism is very good. You can see on this wooden sign thing, and it's painted very, very nicely. And then these chains look great. Your sign is amazing. This tree, it looks like you actually took a real branch, maybe you did, and stuck it in there because it looks so good. But there's so many little details throughout here. You really stepped it up with the realism. Your paintwork is always getting better each and every project that you do. So amazing job to Clanabelle. I can't wait to see what you come up with next. Next up, coming from Rhino Dioramas, make sure you hit them up on Instagram and check them out at rhinodioramas.com. They sell all sorts of 3D printed items and dioramas, such as this one. It is a 1/6 scale Indiana Jones Tanis diorama. This is really cool. I like the paintwork on here, especially with the kind of like cave hieroglyphic type drawings of people, and then you've actually got the I can't say it, hieroglyphics on this column piece here. It's just a really nice looking piece. They always do amazing paintwork. Again, with the 3D printed items, you can either get them painted, I'm guessing, or unpainted, and you can paint them yourself. But look at this. This is an example of some of those 3D printed items, is my guess. Again, hit them up. They do some really great work. It is super fun to see what they come up with each time. Next, coming from Mighty Kane, this is a sinister piece. It is, kids, go somewhere else. Don't check this out because it is pretty gory. This is, maybe I said it, Mighty Kane, Cenobite Dio. Cenobite? I don't know. I don't know who this lady is. Probably wouldn't mind knowing who she is, but actually I think I would. Look at all those dead people. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, guys. I'm getting off topic. This Dio is looking super cool. I'm not a huge horror fan anymore. I used to watch a lot more of it, so that's why I don't recognize much. But this thing looks super cool. It's like a death room or whatever. And the lighting on here, I mean, for cinematic. Jeez, we're not cutting any of this. This thing looks great. You do really nice work with your pictures. You've got some fog in there. So many details. The paintwork looks super nice. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Ugh, gross. Oh wait, you know what? I want to go back. Where's my button? This detail work on the wall. Oh, so good. So good. Yeah, I keep talking just, yeah. Anyway, what a great piece. It's gross. It's nasty. That's exactly what it's supposed to be. So thank you so much to Mighty Kane for submitting. And next up, coming from Virtual Oner, let's go ahead and play this video while we talk. It is an Avengers display piece. Let's see, swipe left to see how this diorama was made. I can't swipe left. I have to swipe right, I guess. But I really like all the details that you got in here. It is a destroyed scene, some sort of building or whatever, and you've really done a nice job with all of the debris, all of the damage on all of these pieces. I like the little Avengers symbol on that chunk there. Let's go ahead and go through some of these pictures. Very nice piece. It looks really good. Yeah, this is just a fun sort of display. If you're ever looking to get into a diorama and start making these things, making this debris can be really fun and rewarding because it's not usually that hard to do because you can just break stuff up and then paint it up. Here's some work in progress. So I highly recommend, if you haven't done rubble or anything like that, just give it a shot. Give it a shot. You might find that you really like it. Next up, from 121st Caesar? I don't know. I hope I got it close. This is Extraction in the Ruins. Finally got to the point where you like your diorama. Well, you should like your diorama. It looks really good. You did a very nice job with this. I like the ground cover that you've got with some dirt and then some, whatever this darker path is, that looks really nice. And then these ruined pieces here also are looking very nice. So yeah, you definitely should be happy with this diorama because you did a very nice job. If we get a little bit closer in, we can see see the different debris that you've got on there. That looks nice. That gives you a little extra detail. The grasses are fitting in very nicely as well. So nice job on this diorama. I think you did a really good job. Next up, coming from M.Marvel03. It's custom rooftop diorama with his NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles up there. And the thing that I think is very interesting about this is, and we'll see this in just a minute, they used the regular packing foam, not the XPS high density stuff, which doesn't always lend well to diorama making, but this looks really nice. I think you did a great job with this piece. It's a kind of a 2-level rooftop piece. Paintwork looks really good, especially the upper concrete portion with the weathering that you've done on there looks very nice. It's just a solid looking piece. So let's get into some of these work in progress pictures, because I think it's on this post. Maybe it's on a different post. Anyway, this you executed very well, and somehow you got the paint to look really nice on that lower quality foam, which is hard to do. And this guy has only been making dios for, you know, a couple of months now, so really well done. I am digging this piece a lot. Coming in from 5/24/20, this piece is a repaint of the TMNT playset by NECA. And they added a whole bunch of extra stuff. This thing, if NECA had been selling this rather than the one that they were selling, and let's just say NECA did a nice job with theirs, but wow, this is next level. It is so realistic looking. You've got the satellite dish here with all the cables and whatnot, so this is all repainted. I don't have a reference picture of the original, so I would recommend you guys take a look at this, pause it maybe right here, and go check out the original NECA one. And you can see just the level of work that 5/24/20 did to step this thing up to look so very realistic. That's one of the fun things about making dioramas, is sometimes you can find stuff out in the wild and just repaint it and transform it into something absolutely amazing, and that is what 5/24/20 has done with this diorama piece. So very nice job. Next up, coming from Maxi Lopez 4105, it's a street house dio, about 17 inches tall, 17 inches deep, and 24 inches in length. Yes, this is a pretty massive piece. It's kind of like a New York brownstone style a little bit. The paintwork looks very nice. The structural pieces are very cool on here, like in the windows and this little alcove, or I don't know what they call that, but I think you did a very good job on this piece, and the light is looking really good. So awesome job. Let's cycle through a few of these more to see all of the detail. Here's some work in progress. Yeah, very nicely done. Next up, coming from Vasco Toys, this one, so it's for sale. I really dig the look on this. The lava is awesome. This would be an amazing Star Wars dio if from episode 3, when Anakin falls into the lava. I just said the word a second ago, into the lava. This thing looks so good. I love the paintwork that you did on this. It is so vibrant, and it's just, this is a great piece. I really dig it a lot. There's lots of nice details carved into all of these blocks. Oh my gosh, rocks. They're rocks, not blocks. Jeez. Oh, anyway, moving to the next picture. I didn't notice this before. I must not have gone through all the pictures. This piece comes off. So if you want to just have a flat surface, or if you want to have, that's cool. Forward thinking. I like it. Next up, from Villar Dioramas 2020, or maybe it's Villar. I don't know. Villar. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is in a different language. I don't know. On my mobile, it lets me translate. On desktop, it doesn't. Anyway, I don't know who this guy is. Looks like Marilyn Manson in a nun frock, whatever they call it, but this is obviously somebody. So somebody in the comments inform my ignorant self who this person is. Anyway, moving on. I really like this diorama piece. The wallpaper is looking really cool. All of the details in this house, I mean, it looks like a real house. You did a really good job. The trim looks good. Again, the lights are looking great on here. Very cinematic looking piece, and then he's got a little stop motion clip at the end that I wanted to show you because I am a sucker for stop motion. Oh, that's so creepy. So let's get to the there it is. It's creepy. Ah, creepy. So creepy. Oh, crap. I forgot about that part. Moving on. Next, coming from Plastic Goodies, this is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles style diorama piece. Just the one picture, it's like a refrigerator. I've never seen a refrigerator with a giant like sewer pipe going through it, but it looks really cool. The paintwork on here is amazing. I mean, you did a great job with that. And then you've got the torso head of a foot soldier as like a punching bag down here. So very nice paintwork on this thing coming from Plastic Goodies. Next up from Laser Shot, It is an It display piece. You've got oh, what's his name? Oh gosh, I can't remember the kid's name. Johnny, Jimmy, Billy, Bob, Georgie. There it is. Holy crap. I didn't know that I would actually get it. Anyway, sorry. This episode is just going. It's going to crap. Anyway, we've got the gutter scene here, very nicely sculpted. It's obviously somebody's already been killed now because of all the blood splatter on here. So very nice piece. Great way of being able to display your NECA Pennywise figures. So nice job to Laser Shot. Next up is this one coming from lily.d.or. I'm not sure what any of that means, and looks like this might be in French, maybe? I don't know. I have no idea who this character is. I don't know anything about this, but I do know that I like this diorama. It looks very cool. It's really cool looking, and I love the display base that you've got here. It's just so complete, and yeah, it looks very, very nice. It looks like something that you'd be able to go to the store and buy. So awesome job to Lily DOR for a really cool looking display piece. Next up, coming from One Man's Toydom, is a Luke on Endor diorama. I wonder if this is a 1/6 scale, because this looks like it might be a Hot Toys figure. Let's cycle through the couple of pictures that are in here. There is a lot of detail. This tree looks amazing. Absolutely love the bark that you've got on here. I'm currently working on my own tree. It's a 1/12 scale. Trees are not easy to do if you really want some realistic look, and this is looking very good. The moss and all of that looks great. This is just a very nice display piece. Lots of different textures and colors and whatnot. Great way to be able to display your figures. Next up, coming from DB Dioramas, is a Roman-inspired diorama built after getting the Ares figure. This is a really nice diorama piece. The columns, it's a great way to be able to frame in a action figure in, say, a Detolf or whatever. So this is a very nice looking diorama piece. The paintwork looks really good. I like the little vines that you've got on here. So awesome job. Great way to be able to display your new Ares that you got. And last but not least, coming from JV77, a just kind of got started with dios and now is making these accessories, these crates. If you are interested in props and need some crates, he is up for making some commissioned pieces for you. So hit him up. This is a great looking crate. I've got this gun from my Mezco Punisher. I might make something like this as well. It's just a great way to be able to add a little more depth to your dioramas by adding some of these crates and boxes and whatnot. And he has done a very nice job with making these crates. So awesome job job to JV77. Awesome job to everybody. Thank you so much for participating this week. It was super hard to choose. I did 24 in this episode rather than the typical 21 because I couldn't drop more off. And so thank you so much. It's been super fun to be able to look at all of your work. Thank you so much to everybody who participated this week and last week submitting dios. There was just so many. It was so hard. I sat for 10 to 15 minutes just trying to figure out who was going to be in my top 5. I had to put a couple of the ones that I really wanted in the top 5 out of it because there was too many amazing dios this week. But let's get into my top 5 and you'll get your chance to vote for your favorite at the end of this episode on the community tab on my channel. And my top 5 for this week are the Weapon X Dio by Classic Dios, the Alley Dio by Tomtastic, the Warehouse Dio by Oiler's Workshop, the Millennium Falcon Dio by Jeffrey Adamski, and the Rundown Buildings Dio by Johnny Simpleton. Again, make sure you go to the community tab on my channel and vote for your favorite, and I will reveal the winner in next week's episode. Alrighty, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe and bell notifications, and share this out with everybody that you know. Whether they like dioramas or not, share it out to them. Maybe they will become a fan of this sort of art form. And until next time, I will see you later.